Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into our channel. I am Jay.
I'm Ren.
And we are going to be talking to you about dating. You know, we are married. A lot of people come up to us, oh, we love your relationship. You guys are so beautiful.
They don't even know us and they love our relationship.
Couple,
apparently.
You heard. And, so we always said that, we want to give back. We are, relationships and people doing well is very near and dear to us. And it's something that we want everyone else to succeed in. So we are going to talk to you about what we've noticed, things we've learned, and how you can avoid some pitfalls, how you can kind of make sure that you are as prepared and ready to get married and move to the next phase as you can. But it starts with dating.
Yes, dating affects your married life.
Yes, it does.
We realize that now. We've been, married for almost 6 years
6 years in April.
So there's a lot that we look, in retrospect, we're like, Zach, had we dated a little bit differently, it could have definitely shifted the dynamics of our marriage.
Yeah.
So the things that we've learned and the things that we, want to help people to steer clear of, is going to help you.
Correct. I don't know. We're just going to give this disclaimer. We're not counselors.
We're not.
We've
just been through really serious issues in our marriage.
We've just been through a lot, and we want to share with you guys, right? So,
Maury Povich, a lot.
First of all, you're not gonna put me on nobody's name, Maury.
Povich
show. We haven't been through We've been through a lot. Don't go to like Jerry Springer Maury. We haven't been there.
Well,
but we've been through some stuff.
It's been through,
So we've learned some things.
Well, we speak more about that on our podcast. So
yeah,
when you. If you want to know the details, we might touch on it during this channel, but...
No, you're not going to get it during this channel. You can go to the podcast to get that.
Yeah.
That one is called Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
Your marriage can succeed.
Can be saved.
Or be saved. What did I say just now?
Can succeed.
Your marriage can be saved. But yeah, we'll put the link for that down below, so check that out if you want to. So
let's get into it, guys.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about dating responsibly. You have a responsibility for yourself and the person that you are dating and or talking to, whatever that is for you. You have a responsibility to steward that well, right? So what does dating responsibly look like, right? What does that even mean? How can you do it?
Do you think that we dated responsibly?
No, we didn't. No. No, we did not. No, we didn't. And, but, listen, God is great. He's redeemed everything, man. We were able to make it through, but no, we didn't. There was a lot of good in, I think, what we did when we were dating. But overall, there's a lot of irresponsible things done in our dating life that led to a lot of, trauma and stuff in the marriage or issues.
What do you think that we could have done differently?
Well,
if you were to tell someone, if someone were to come to us and say, okay, based on what you guys went through, how would you have dated Renee differently?
Okay. Well, the number one thing I would have done differently is get counseling for myself. I would have done, and even if it wasn't counseling per se, even though counseling is good and necessary, I think, we think, for everyone.
It is self-counseling, not as a couple. But...
Yes, for yourself.
Yeah.
I would have done some more homework on myself.
But then I think you would need someone to call things out in you. Because at that time, we're not thinking that something is wrong with me. So
correct. But it's not even so much about thinking about what's wrong with you. It's just literally knowing yourself, right? So I think that one thing I would have done differently is know myself a little better, to be able to better handle things and kind of have a more future-centric kind of lens, instead of just in the now. So yeah, I think I would have done that differently. And what would you have done? I'll give one thing. What would you have done differently?
I would have had an accountability / mentor who, one, was not judgmental or super hyper religious. There's a difference between Christianity and being religious. So someone who you can talk to freely and openly about whatever concerns you may have in the dating realm, questions you may have with sex, I don't know. There's going to be times that you're going to be angry, you want to curse somebody out. Your mentor should be your safe space for you to vent those things about, let's say, the person you're dating, where they're not going to judge the person that you're dating.
Or you.
Or me, right? Like, you need that outlet, and you still even need it when you're married, too.
Yep.
And we do have that in place now. But when we're dating, there are things that I think, someone could have said, men do those things. Men are like that. You're going to have to learn to adjust your lens to kind of, make, I guess, have grace in a sense for, a potential spouse.
And so that was a good question, Rance. So that's one thing we would have done differently. Now, what are you going to do to help yourself date responsibly? Well, first of all, let's get this whole dating / talking to thing out the way, right? Let's just get it out the way. So let's say the phrase is used, just so you know that why we're using the phrases, right? And what that means for us. Dating means you are exclusively dealing with one person.
Does it though?
That's what we're going to be using for the show. So when we say it, dating means you are exclusively talking to one person. Whatever it may mean for you, it means for you outside this video. When you hear us say it, that's what dating means. Talking to means that you're not really committed to anybody, but you're around the opposite sex, right? So
you're talking to multiple people in a rotation.
I didn't say that, and I think that's dangerous.
But isn't that...
say people do that, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. Because, and you know what? You can.
You can, though. I think that's what you did when you said before you...
First of all, you're not going to put my business out on these streets. I did not do that. All right? What I did... Listen, what I did was, let's just get right into it. I don't know why you're trying to talk about put me on. Anyway.
But it's your experience.
It was my experience. Before I decided to settle down, like for real, with my now wife, I was just talking to people, right? To different women. Mm-hmm. And, I made it clear. So this is a part of dating responsibly. One, you need to know if you're ready to date and if you are just in the talking to phase, right? You're just hanging out, nothing, you're just you just have friends. You're just hanging out, you're being friendly. There's no commitment. You're not going over nobody's house to Netflix and chill, because that leads to, sex and other things. But, just hanging out, doing fun things, going out to eat, catching a show, shooting pool, whatever tickles your fancy. Those are the things that you do that you're doing. Because here's the kicker, right? And Rand, you can talk about this from a woman's point of view. I know one of the things that is frustrating for a lot of you women is when a guy is just talking to you, but you ready to date. You're thinking that this is an exclusive, one-on-one, it's just me and you.
Monogamous.
Yeah, monogamous. Good vocabulary word. It means one, monogamous relationship. But he's out here talking to a whole bunch of...
That's true.
You like, what?
But I think that is because the culture doesn't quite, foster, the idea that dating, or talking to, I should say, is the norm. It's not the norm. It's
What's not the norm?
Dating, I think amongst women, it's not the norm. Where we're talking to this guy, and all of them know that I'm talking to this guy.
You think that's not the norm, or that is?
I don't think that's the norm.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So when we hear, when we're dating somebody or talking to somebody, or in the early stages of talking to somebody that we're interested in, and we realize, okay, they're also talking to her, you feel a way, right? it's not a given that you're going to be talking to other people on, I guess, a more romantic level. So it, especially for women, especially if you find a good guy, you're not gonna want to share him. Like, you're not gonna want to be, you know. And it's like you in, you know, the Hunger Games. Like, am I gonna win, or The Bachelor? You know, like, am I gonna win out? You know, like.
But that's why.
And then
it's
you
important.
invest in your feelings, and then what? He gets a girlfriend.
But that's why it's important for you to know where you are, and for you to know where the other person is. That's why that's what being responsible is. That's what dating responsibly is.
So communication.
Communication. Don't just go and assuming nothing.
True.
Because we know that that's honestly, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Renz, but that's where a lot of you women folk tend to kind of veer off. You don't really say, you don't make it known. Hey, listen, I am trying to be with you, and only you. I need to know that this is a thing.
But you know what?
And if he's lying, then he's just a liar.
The thing is, I
let it be known.
The thing is, I think that women do let it be known, but the issue is, and I think Jay, you may agree. You let me know. The issue is that a lot of guys have is that women get too deep too quick. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm about to be wifey, and we just met like last month, you know, and we want. So I did that, like, you know, there's too much of a commitment and overcommitment in those early phases when one person is all way back here, another person is all the way down the aisle about to march down and get married. Like, guys don't like that.
And let me help you, women. Let him be the one to say, we're taking that next step.
That was our issue.
Let him say, listen, I'm ready to go to the next step. Where are you?
That was our issue. You
should not be, let me tell y'all, so y'all are a little too thirsty and desperate. It's true. You need to relax. Because even now, the reason my wife is saying that is because if she could have done things differently, I'm sure, she would have allowed me to be the pursuer a bit more.
And to lead.
You guys don't allow these men to lead.
Facts.
You need to make sure you are letting it known verbally, subconsciously, consciously, like non-verbally, you are leading this thing. You're not about to take me on no ride up to Timbuktu and I'm trying to stay in Brooklyn. You need to let them know, listen, it's you driving this thing, right? Because a lot of times, because women, you are very emotional. You're emotional beings. It's a beautiful thing. We need you to be that way. But sometimes you allow your emotions to override what should be happening. Don't you go in there.
Or the pace.
Or try to, the pace is a little too much. You let you get, got me flowers? He's sending me texts saying good morning, good night. How you doing? Did he leave flowers outside my door with a note?
He called me boo?
Say that word again.
He calls me boo. So stupid.
My God. Call me boo.
That was shade.
So, you guys, what's wrong with you? Like, you get those little butterfly feelings, your heart gets all filled up, and then you just turns into a race car. Slow down. Let him say, listen, I want to, let's take the next step here.
Right. So with that, and how that translates into your marriage then, is you're going to be having to upkeep that pace, right? You're then going to be the one leading. Hey, hun, can you take out the garbage? Hey, hun, can you help Johnny with his homework? Hey, hun, you're always going to be the one, having to set the pace, because in your dating, you didn't allow him to lead, as he should. He's the head of the household. And we follow biblical principles, guys, just FYI. So when we're dating, excuse me, it shouldn't be, me saying, John, do this. I should be waiting, allowing him to lead. And if John is not moving at a pace that I feel is favorable for my timeline, that's when you have the conversation. Hey, what are you thinking about this? Where are you trying to go? If John says, well, I'm not there yet. I don't foresee myself kind of being in this relationship for too long, or I plan to get married 10 years down the line.
Right.
I'm sorry about that. Love you, gotta go. Because guys aren't really thinking about like, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that you guys are always forward thinking.
Nope.
In dating, like y'all just there for the moment,
Yep.
really. I don't really think that
For the most part.
they're thinking long term. So I think a gentle nudge of, hey, what's going on here? Where are we going?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sit well with you, you do have to make that hard decision to say, okay, I have to go. Right? If that's what you want. But I wouldn't say that you need to then, take his fingerprints to go get the marriage license, and he's just not ready. Like,
and for those of you shouting at the computer screen or whatever you're watching at, you I am woman, hear me roar. Just listen, just relax.
Feminists.
You just relax, feminists. This is not belittling who you are as a woman, and the role you play. It's just as important.
Yeah.
However, it is, like my wife said, we are following biblical principles here. You should allow that man to lead, because you are setting yourself up for a lot of funkiness.
And to play mom.
You're not trying to be his mama.
That's what it turns into.
And
y'all gonna be annoyed. Like,
yeah,
why am I picking up this man's stuff?
Yep.
It's like,
because you filled a role that you shouldn't be filling.
Yeah.
That's why. So, what are our takeaways from this? All right. In order for you to be dating responsibly, communication is key.
Yes.
You have to be communicating regularly.
Yes.
With what you desire and where you are. So if you know that you're in the talking to phase, that's, this is nothing, this is no real commitment here, we're just hanging out, let that be known up front. It's okay to say that.
And it's okay to ask.
It's okay to ask, where are you? Are you dating? Because I'm trying to find a husband. I'm trying to find a wife.
Yeah.
Where are you? Because we not about to, if I catch you at another club on your Instagram, twerking on somebody else.
Yeah, just understand where you guys are.
It's not going to work. All right, so let it be known where you are, right? So communication, and also
let
knowing,
him lead.
Let the man lead.
Let the guy lead.
Like I was doing the list just now, but then she just...
I thought that was part of the list, no?
It is part of the list, but that's not where I was going with the list. You could have let me lead the list.
My bad, man of God.
I'm just saying. But we'll rock with it. So communication, let the man lead.
Yep.
Know yourself. You need to know yourself well.
That should be number one.
It should be number one. This is not like chronological order of importance. But if you did want to number them, make sure knowing yourself is number one. Know where you are emotionally. Know if you're even emotionally capable of handling the dating thing or even handling the talking to. You probably need to be by yourself.
That's a really good one. Like,
for a little bit. It's okay to be by yourself. I promise it's okay to be by yourself. You don't have to be dating. You don't have to be talking to anyone. And when they approach you, say, thank you so much. I appreciate that I caught your eye, but now's not a good time. All right? And just be okay with that.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be in a rush. Those of you who are looking at the age, counting the clock, your egg's about to be hard boiled at midnight, just relax. It's okay. All right?
God.
So that is what we feel you should be thinking about and knowing and doing if you are going to be dating responsibly.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, something that you feel like you want us to talk about, please leave it in the comments section below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, don't do anything.
They can do whatever they want.
Don't do it. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. We don't care if you don't like it. We don't care. All right? No, just joking. Just joking. If you don't like it,
stupid.
if you dislike it, it's fine. It's all cool. We still love you. But yeah, we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you again in the next episode. I am Jay.
I'm Red.
And we'll see you later.